Hey! Quick video today. I haven't done this in a long time. So I did it on my previous car and I had no issues with the way that I did it. And I had the car for about 5 years. Never issued, never peeled or anything like that. Okay, so these are some taillights. What I did is I water sand them with 800, right? And then I went ahead and with a gray pad, I sanded it really nice with a gray pad. All the edges to make sure that nothing's gonna peel. And I made sure that everything was smooth, everything is uniform, okay? So I can't stress it enough to sand it really well. The reason why I didn't sand it really aggressive, I just did 800 and then went over with the gray pad, is because I don't want, we're not going to be putting a lot of base on this, right? So we don't want any scratches to come through the base. So we're doing black. The way that we've done it is we've mixed regular black, so you can mix whatever black you want. In this case I mixed WA8555, which is GM black, and I'm using PPG and Waterbase for this. So this is water-based paint. Now, hey, look at that! Somebody's videotaping. And so what's happening is I over-reduced it by like 150%, and then I added what you normally add to a mid coat. So remember that pearl coat, the wet bed? So I put a bunch of that in here. I can't tell you exactly how much to put on there because every paint company is going to be different. What you want to achieve though is you want to have body and you want to have transparency, okay? Because you want to have an even transparent coverage, if that makes sense. That's what you're trying to achieve when you're smoking lights. So I just noticed, you gotta be careful. Sometimes taillights have little dots, indentations there. You wanna make sure that you really sand in there really well. Because what would happen is the paint will start lifting. And then you're gonna run into problems because you have a little bubble there. And the paint will come right off. And there's no way of stopping it. So just wanted to show you guys that, guys and girls. And then I'm using a gray pad because I know that the gray pad will not put deep scratches, right? The gray pad will not put deep scratches. So that's something very important for everybody to remember. You don't want deep scratches, but you want consistent scratches. And deep enough that whatever you're gonna put on there, it's gonna stick. Perfect, look at that. So now I don't see nothing shiny, okay? Very important. There's 3 dimples on these lights. It's super important. You know, if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it right. I was thinking of putting adhesion promoter on them, but you know what? I said, hey, I did them this way last time. It lasted me 5 years, and I didn't have no issues with it. You know, go through car wash, whatever. So this way works really well, I found, for me when using PPG and Waterbase. There we go. So I'm going to give this a quick wash. So what I did is, just so you can have an idea of how transparent you want your lights to be, I like mine to be just enough. I don't like them to be too dark, and I don't like them to be too light. I like them to be just enough that they look dark, that they look smoked, but they don't look like black. That's just my opinion though. In some cars, it looks nice when it's like completely dark and you just see it when the light turns on. Obviously, you want to make sure that this is extremely clean, right? Because you don't want to have to spend time polishing these. You want to just get them done and not touch them. So that's the way they'll look the best. But if you have to polish it, of course you're gonna polish it. Always blow yourself off when you're painting anything. No matter how big, no matter how small. Beautiful. So as you can see, the lights are really nice and nice and scuffed, sanded really well. So what you want to do is you want to just start off with kind of like a mist coat. I'm using my old clear gun because I wanted to use a gun that will lay down smooth. So this looks pretty transparent, if you ask me. Okay, so that's one heavy coat. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the exact same thing on that. I'm gonna put a light coat on them. You don't want to put them on too heavy. It's better to do light coats because that way you're not going to have buildup on the sides, right? And on the edges. These lights have very sharp edges, so you don't want any buildup of paint on them. Okay? And obviously you want to do them both at the same time, so you'll have the same amount of coverage on both of them. Correct? So I put it on quite heavy on this. I went a lot lighter on that. But if I'm going to screw up, I want it to happen on this, not on those. So you want to make sure that you grind these properly, because that way you'll get proper coverage and you'll know what you did. If you put it on and you keep putting it on and putting it on, you won't really know what you did. At least right now, I know that I put on one light coat and I let it flash. So then, now I'm going to put a medium wet coat. I'm going to do the edges first. And I want to try to get a little bit of coverage on there. Now I'm just trying to put an even coat on the whole thing. Just like even. Like a really light coat of clear coat, pretty much. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just like that. And you want to do the same thing. Guide yourself by the texture, right? So if you have the same texture as you're spraying, then you're good to go. You're putting it on properly, and you'll have the same thing on both. We'll let that flash off, and we'll see how it looks like. Right now they look really dark. I think that's all it's going to take. Here we go. So I did one light coat, one heavy coat, and I like it. Good. It's actually a little bit too dark for my liking. These are my lights, so I just deal with it. But once they're on and the sun's hitting it, they'll look beautiful. And I love them shiny. I'm using EC520 for a fast curing, and then I can put them back on. Spraying at 30 pounds, 33. Beauty. That's it. Definitely not polishing that. Awesome. Well, there you go. That's a quick video. Those are not fish eyes. They're the dimples that the headlight has. But that's it. See that? I'm gonna get the light and show you. Boom, check it out. See? So it's not too dark. But the important thing here is that it's even. There's no blotchiness, there's no patchiness. It's just an even shade and it looks gorgeous. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that video. Love you. God bless you. And there you have it. This one obviously looks darker because the sun's not hitting it. Looks a lot darker. There you go. I'm happy with it.